Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code drasin12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
I do.
Okay, welcome to Rick's Corner. I have Noella Downs back. Is it still Downs?
Yes, it is. It's Downs.
It's ups and downs.
Well, it is. Well, no, it's mostly up.
Okay, good. That's what I say about myself.
That's what you wish.
It's been about 4 years since you were here?
3, I think. Wait, maybe it was 4. God,
I think it was 4.
Yeah.
And many of you requested Noella many times, and she's back.
Thank you.
That's all I can say as I found her, and she's back. And you always have a lot to talk about. We talk about the gyms a lot because we both have gym backgrounds, and we see things that maybe other people don't see the way we see them.
Yeah.
And we were talking in the kitchen about how it's changed over the years. You know, I'll go way back before I even knew you. When back in the golden era, there were no women in the gym.
Mm-hmm. I know. I remember that.
And it was completely focused on your training. And I never found women to be a distraction to me anyway. You know,
you didn't?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm there to work out, and I just work out. And a lot of the guys are that way. And then as time evolved, you go into the gyms, the guys are always watching the girls.
Yeah. Well, the outfits got a little bit more interesting.
This is true. But if you're focused on your training, it doesn't really matter.
That's true, Chris. It's true for girls, but that's a different thing. I didn't know that was the case for guys.
It isn't. It is for me.
It is for you. You're serious.
Yeah, I'm serious because I'm there to train. I don't need the distraction of a woman, even though it doesn't lure me into it for some reason. I can lure into it after the point, but I want my training done first.
Yeah, sure. I'm like that about working out in general. I think if there's somebody that I really want to talk to, I may stop and say hi, but I want to focus on my workout in the gym. That's what
I won't say hi as a come on.
You don't?
No, not really. I just, if they acknowledge me and they nod or something, I'll say hi, how's your workout, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I kind of leave it that way. I walked into the gym today and I see this girl there, and she's very pretty. Mm-hmm. And she, Rick, you remember me? Do you remember me? No. She tells me her name. I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't know you. And I did.
You did?
So she comes over to me. I said, wait a minute. Let me just spread the arms. Let me just check your body.
Oh, no, you did
I did.
not.
I did.
Oh,
let me touch this. Let me do this. Let me hug you. Let me smell you. I remember you. Of course I remember you.
Oh, that's so
I had done After Buzz TV, and she came on as one of my co-hosts.
Oh.
And I know she was. I was just playing with her. Mm-hmm. And she's doing very well. And so, yeah, I acknowledge it that way. I just have fun with it, and then I went ahead and did my workout. But there are people over here that they got every guy in the world turning their head, and one of the guys in there has dated 3 of them.
Oh.
Off and on, one this month and that one that month.
Do they know this?
Yeah, they do know it. And they do know it. And then he broke up with all of them.
The harem. He got rid of
the harem. It's stupid. And you and I were talking about that. You know, if you're going to date somebody in the gym, if you're going with somebody and you have a relationship and you bring it to the gym, that's different.
That's totally different. Totally different. It's still your gym, by the way, generally, when you do that. And you can always stop that habit.
Right.
But you're taking away your own territory when you date in the gym. You know, it becomes this awkward situation that you kind of start to dread or to work around when you know their schedule. You know they're going to be there. Their friends will be there. It's just this whole drama that doesn't need to exist.
Well, what do they say? Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah, they do. They do. But the same thing is, if you're really an adamant gym rat, you are going to be there most of the time if you're not at work. And so that's where your social life exists a lot of the time. At least it did for me for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great social life. I anytime I want something to do and it's a Sunday or whatever, I go to the gym. Or I go to the Venice gym down the road. There's always somebody down there, and it lights up my life. I find people to talk to, and it's inspirational. Maybe I'll pick a body part and just play with it for the day, for an hour, whatever.
Yeah, I hear you. Does
because it changes your mood for the day.
It does. And I like the idea that, like, when you belong to a gym that has multiple locations like that, and you're able to go to different ones, you get to see different friends, and sometimes you get to see different parts of the gym that particular location emphasizes. And there's different kind of a crowd in each gym.
Right. For example, I know that machine was over there one day, and I said, I'm going to try this. I really liked it.
Yeah.
As far as meeting people, having this show, I meet a lot of people because people come down and they know me. Mm-hmm. But I mean, going down to meet somebody in Venice, especially, there's a lot of opposite sex there. I mean, there's a lot of men, there's a lot of women, and there's a lot of women to meet or a lot of men to meet. I think that if you go on in mind of trying to meet somebody, it's not going to happen.
I don't think you should go to the gym with that in mind, because you will meet someone, but it's going to be it's like a bar. if that's the case. I mean, you're really not going to meet somebody of quality if it's that kind of situation. I think if you just treat the gym like it's your home, you generally will meet people, whether it's friends or whatever, trainers, whatever. I personally don't try to meet a guy in the gym. I really, really don't like liking someone at the gym. It makes it really hard for me to work out without being self-conscious.
Yeah.
You know? And also it makes me like more patterned around what they're doing and what they're not doing. I don't care to do that.
What if you're dating them, all of a sudden you don't like them anymore and they're still coming to the gym?
Oh, I've done that, and that's why I don't do this anymore. Like I did that a long time ago, back in my virgin gym days. You know, I went and did that, and one of the guys was the trainer, and he was gorgeous. It was all that crap, and then you end up in bed, and then for me, I quickly realized I just didn't like him again.
Yeah.
So now what? Now I have to face him, and now it's going to be an ego thing. So I had to, because of myself, I changed locations.
Well, you know what I did. Remember years ago what happened with me and when I was married.
I don't
remember she dated a guy in the gym.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes. What a nightmare that was.
Within the day she moved out, she was dating a guy in the gym and already had been.
Oh my God.
And I was going to the gym every day, and then I found out I didn't even know it.
I know that was the worst part, is that people knew around
People know around me and didn't want to say anything, and I didn't. When I found out, I went down to Venice and trained every day for my public.
Yeah, you did. I remember that because I asked you where you had been for a while.
I just removed myself from the problem.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. And sometimes it feels like you're the one conceding when it's not really your issue. But you know what? It is your issue. You're the one struggling, so get out.
You know, it's been a lot of years, too. And you asked me, how did I get along with the guy? He and I are friends.
See, that's the part I don't understand.
Because he did me a huge favor.
I mean, I agree with you now.
Yep.
But at the same time, I mean, there's no hard feelings.
Yeah, I don't care.
No?
I don't care.
You don't care because, actually I see you now. You're feeling happy. You're good with your life. Everything's going great. So why not?
He did me a big favor, and it removed a big problem from my life, and I realized it. And
you know what? You also realized the punishment that he actually had to go under.
That's
right?
true. That's true. Whatever you go through with somebody, man or woman, and they're abusing you, and you're having all these issues, and they go to somebody else, you feel bad, they pick somebody else. This person is going through the same thing because he even told me this.
Yes.
How did you put up with that? I said, you took it away from me.
Yeah. Thank you so much. How much do I owe you? Right?
Yeah, how much do I owe you?
God.
Divorce is expensive, but it's definitely worth it. And the funny thing, I went to the Hollywood Bowl the night before last, and I ran into my divorce attorney there.
Wow. What do you say?
He's a friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
How you doing? I said, I can't thank you enough for what you did for me.
Oh my God. And I remember back then we would talk about it, you'd be just like torn up about like what to do and the kids and all this stuff, and the house is empty.
Yeah.
And I remember you thinking that you knew intellectually one day this will feel good, but right now it just sucks.
Well, that particular time, that year, she had said to me, and I had started this show just a year prior, your show's never going to make it.
Oh, I thought it was ridiculous.
No one's ever going to watch you.
Oh my God, why wouldn't they?
24 million viewers later. And the very next year, I got the Joe Gold Lifetime Achievement Award, the first guy to ever get it in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got it. It's a little trophy in there. And I mentioned I didn't mention her name, but I said someone said the show was never going to make it, and they all laughed. I had 4 million viewers then.
I think that's the most ridiculous thing.
So the best revenge is to be successful.
Absolutely. I've always said that.
Yeah, you don't rub it in their face. And I went back to the gym, and she had said to me, "What, are you regaining your territory back?" I said, "It's been my gym since day one." Yeah, why wouldn't I come back? It'd be nice if you guys went somewhere else.
Yeah, nice. Did they?
Yeah, they left.
Oh, good.
They went out west about 27 miles.
Possession.
I did, and it was so much easier for me, except for one lady that's still in the gym, and you know her, and I'm not going to mention names.
Uh-huh.
She's been there, she's in her 60s, she's got a big mouth, and she's a big gossip, and she spreads rumors, and she's still spreading rumors, and I won't talk to her.
Oh, that's a good idea.
She was involved in that whole divorce thing.
I didn't know that.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know that.
No one likes this woman, but I don't even acknowledge her anymore, so that's over with. So there are people in the gyms that sometimes you don't want to come face to face with. I have a lot of friends, I don't have any enemies, but when you create problems in a gym or any location where you're going to frequent every day, it creates a problem.
Yes,
and dating could be one of those problems.
It will be one of those problems. It's not could be, it will be one of those problems. So to me, if you want to bring a date to the gym, that's a great date for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I went with a guy to a rock climbing place as a date, and I thought that was an awesome date.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't end up working out with the guy, but it was an awesome date. It introduced me to a new sport, which I always appreciate.
Did he get his rocks off?
We will not even get into that.
Well, you let me know that
I
one.
will not answer that. But no, it was fun.
He stepped on the rocks.
Yeah, more like that. Yeah, more like that.
Oh, God.
You always have the good lines.
Well, it just came to me like that. Well, it's changed a lot today, and you look around. Gold's Gym in North Hollywood. I like that gym. It's low key, old school.
It's old school, you know. It's like it's raw, you know, and the people are super nice. That's
Very.
the thing about
It's one of the first gyms out here that was Gold's, aside from the Mecca, that I went to that I really liked. I went to Northridge for a while. I didn't care for that.
You know which was I like? The one I like is the one that's Simi Valley.
Oh, I've heard it's awesome.
I just love it. I mean, you go out there, you feel like you're on vacation.
Yeah.
They have an amphitheater that's just like this ridiculous.
I got to go out there. I know
it's so wonderful.
Rico's a manager out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got that.
And it's only 20 minutes away. I could go, but I never find time.
It's a big deal though to just drive all the way out there.
But it is. And then Venice Gold's, over the years, I was just down there last weekend, has changed tremendously. You know, you used to get a lot of the big bodybuilders there.
Yeah, I haven't gone in there for a long time.
None of the guys are there anymore. Maybe 3.
So it's like more of the regular Gold's Gym now.
Right. What happened to a lot of the bigger guys and competitors have moved to Las Vegas, for you people who don't know this, because Vegas is cheap to live.
It's tremendously cheap. I thought about moving there a couple of years ago when I got my divorce.
Yeah.
I had considered it. I just didn't feel Vegas to me is my party town. It's my release town. I just didn't know if I could live there.
I don't think I could live. It's hot in summer.
That's the thing. That's the heat itself is just too much. But on top of that, it's everything's so outrageously big, larger than life, and I already think it's like that here. So and this is hard. So
well, I go for the conventions for Gold's and World. They always invite me.
Of course,
they put me up and they feed me. And I lost $12 in a slot machine. And
$12.
Really upset. $12.
I think you're supposed to lose at least $12. Okay.
Well,
I go and I gamble knowing I will lose.
Well, apparently they have really good gyms there.
They do. Actually, I think any place that you go that has casinos, literally any place will have amazing gyms. I've been down to the Palm Springs. There's a place called Agua Caliente in Palm Springs that I went to, and they actually have it where you have your own lock and walk in, and there's a private gym, and it was fantastic. I mean, they had the best equipment. They had the best stuff that was for different modalities, like just using the ropes and stuff instead. There's lots of mirrors, lots of water, lots of towels, and basically you just sign yourself in and sign yourself out.
That's nice.
To me, that was amazing that they took care of you that much. But I did miss the company of having a lot of people. Part of the love of it to me is the energy,
the interaction.
Yeah. It's not just working out.
No, but you that's interaction's fun. I mean, you got to have that. That's part of training.
Just even if they're not talking to you, just seeing people and I have to say I compare myself a little bit here and there. You got to do that.
I see so many people training wrong,
and it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to not walk over.
And there's one guy that's been coming to the gym forever, and he trains wrong, and yet he gained muscle.
Wait, it worked.
I don't know how he did.
Are you sure it was wrong then? Maybe it's just not your way.
Well, I watched him. He doesn't do anything right, but he gained muscle.
He gained.
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary. Then now he's going to think it's good.
Of course.
So you can't even
he's
tell
going to train somebody else his method.
But maybe his way is not is adequate to gain weight or gain muscle, but not to. Maybe he's going to.
I mean, you wouldn't call him a bodybuilder or a good body, but he
just gained muscle. Period. Is that what you're saying? Well, then it might not be the correct, alignment and balance and all that stuff.
No, I don't know what's going on.
It's just working.
Yeah, I think he lives on tacos too.
Maybe he's got one of those. His genealogy is just fantastic. God.
What do you? How do you train today? How much you training like?
I train a lot lighter than I did. I used to, not in terms of weight, but in terms of just how much and intense it was before. Number one, I wanted my body to come soften down a little bit. It was a little aggressively. I loved it. It was fun standing out, but I wanted to soften. I've gotten older. I don't want to look as as angular. And then on top of it, I just wanted my joints and stuff to still be preserved. So I stopped doing as much squats, and I still do free weights because I think that the most impressive in terms of really seeing a gain, if you want to. I still eat pretty well. I can tend to go off of my diet pretty well and still look good, but it's I'm not taking too much advantage of that. I do understand that eventually it catches up to you, so I'm trying to maintain a disciplined, clean eating diet, and just I do go to the gym every day. It's an addiction for me. I just have to go.
I do too.
I love it. I love the interaction. I love I just love it. I don't know what it is. I don't care what city I'm in, what country I'm in. The first thing I do when I get out of my hotel is go to a gym.
Me too.
So I love it.
My diet, even at my age, I mean, I still stay on a diet. I eat clean all the time.
You got it. You really do.
But the funny thing was, the past couple weeks, I told you I wasn't feeling too well. I've been on some antibiotics for something. And yesterday, I just completely run down, just exhausted. And I had to go to Bed Bath & Beyond and return something. I stopped eating. I said, I'm going to go home. I'm going to shower, sit down, and watch TV. I'm going to put on The Bachelorette.
What did you do?
Well, I watch The Bachelorette every week.
Okay, by yourself?
No.
Nobody makes you watch that?
No, but I was home last night, and I've been watching it because I think it's a funny show.
Oh, I can't take it.
No, but
you watch this. You sold out.
But all the guys on there are in shape. And two guys
I
on
didn't even
there.
thought
These
of it that
two
way.
guys are bodybuilders, and one guy's eating meat all the time off the plates.
Wow,
So it's
I hadn't even noticed
it's
that.
kind of a comedy to me. I mean,
how funny.
It's kind of stupid.
What about the girls?
The girl's real pretty. She's real pretty. She got to choose the right guy. Every guy has a fault, but they have one bodybuilder that everybody hates. And he's the heel of the whole show, and he's the villain. So they're centering around him. Anyway, I wasn't feeling good. So, and my diet was clean. I had some Thai food, which I had the glass noodles and chicken, which I like. So I thought, no, I'm really not feeling good. And I happened to have a new carton of chocolate malted crunch ice cream.
No.
So I brought the ice cream out and I ate half the carton and I put it away. You know what? It's really weird.
What
I
happened?
don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but the ice cream and the sugar, all of a sudden I felt real good again.
Yeah, it does do that. I think that if you had a clean diet and you do that, it will really pump you right up.
I felt really good after that, and I slept like a baby all night.
You're like, ice cream every night.
And I went to the gym this morning, I did an arm workout, and I went and had lunch, and so I was right back on my diet. And lunch I had a hamburger patty, eggs, and cottage cheese.
And see, that's what you got to do. Is you go right back on the horse, right?
Right back on it.
Yeah. So to me, if you maintain that, and then you can always deviate if you maintain a clean diet, generally speaking.
What do you think of the lightweight and the higher reps?
I don't for myself or for people in general. In general, I think it's a bad idea.
Why?
Because I think you're putting a lot of strain on your joints and on your body as a whole. You're overrunning yourself.
On the high reps?
On the high reps, yeah. Unless you're bigger and you're trying to tone down. That's the only time I say absolutely do that.
Well, the heavyweights do that.
Yeah, they have to. I just think that I think that it's more efficient and more good for your body to have a steady, sort of moderate pace and to go heavier on the weights. And unless you're doing a whole other thing and you're trying to do something for a competition, that depends then.
Well, muscle is built upon resistance. So the more resistance you give the muscle, the more that's going to respond. And so in the heavyweights for me, I always respond on 7 reps. For some reason, it's always been 7.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
For me, low reps is 10, okay, because I'm used to doing like 18 or 15.
Right.
So for me, it's between 8 and 10. And if I'm doing a real heavy weight, I like to do a lot of the isometric exercises instead.
Okay. That works. But the thing with the high reps and the low weight, the light weight, it's all good, but you don't get that muscle resistance till you get to the end of your reps, and you have to do like 20 reps.
That's true.
So you're spending a lot of time doing reps to get to the end where it's just a struggle. But I see guys in the gym doing one in particular, and he's getting in really good shape.
I think that if you want to be ripped, it's great. Mm-hmm. If you want to be ripped, but if you're trying to gain size, it won't work. It takes forever.
It does.
But it depends on your style.
Yeah, I know.
What did you used to do once upon a time?
I was really heavy.
Really heavy.
Right? 450 benches, 150 dumbbells.
What were you weighing at that time? Do you remember?
215.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was in good shape, but I was always been very strong.
Yeah, I know.
But I ripped a tricep, and I have shoulder damage, and so I just quit doing it, and I started going to machines where it still had good resistance. I just don't need to go as heavy, and I can still maintain 220 body weight.
Well, what about when you were competing, when you were in the ring and stuff? How did you train then?
I trained just like I do now, and my body weight was about 230.
Okay.
I never missed a workout. It was still, chest and back one day, shoulders and arms the next
day. So same thing?
Same thing. It's always worked for me. Same diet.
Wow, that's incredible. You'd think you'd need some adjusting in that time period, your body changing.
Maybe I did, but it didn't seem to make any difference because it always looked the same. Of course, wrestling, you had more cardio, so you were able to cut out more body fat. But it worked okay. And like you said, I found a gym wherever I went.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, wherever I went. Whether it was a YMCA back then or whatever, but usually it was like YMCA.
But it would have been harder then, too. Like, you'd have to go look for a gym. It was not like here where it's nowadays.
I let my finger walk through the yellow pages.
And then you just see it there. There you go.
And now this Olympic, that one's gone.
Okay.
I found it. Right, asked somebody. And the other thing is, when you're gone like that, let's just say when you're out of town on a wrestling tour, and you go to a gym, all of a sudden you make mutual friends.
It's true.
It's something in common.
Yeah. Well, especially somebody like you, where people know your face, they recognize you, so they do know when somebody knows you.
Well, they take you to a nice restaurant, they take you to a nice club, you're meeting people, you got friends that they'll last you a lifetime. You can always stay in touch with.
That's true.
Now
Absolutely.
with the internet, especially.
I know.
Back then it was like writing a letter, but some of the YMCAs were really decent, and a lot of them are broken down. But I started in the YMCA with very minimal weights, and half the weights were broken, the cables were broken, and I made good progress just off minimal stuff.
Well, that's because you really knew what you were doing. You really have to know what you're doing if you're doing it something like that.
Yeah, you got to improvise a lot. Where are you training now?
I actually go to LA Fitness now.
Which one?
The one in Universal City. That's one of the original sort of cool one. I've always was curious about that one, and so one of my friends said, "Why don't you just try there?" And I went in. The staff were super nice. I like that they have literally a gym at every 3 or 2 miles, in the city. And so I've gone to probably at 10 or 15 of them, in this area, and then down in San Diego and so forth. So I enjoy them. I enjoy that you have the variety of having like a racquetball, there's a basketball court, There's different kinds of things in the pool, like aquafit. I just think it's got a real variety of things. I get bored sometimes, so I want to do that variety of things.
You get bored?
I get bored of the gym. Yeah, I mean, I don't get bored of the results.
You're so high energy.
Well, yeah, I am high energy, so I need a little bit of entertainment here and there.
Yeah, I get it.
No, so
okay, going back to where we started.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna close out on this.
Yes. Okay.
The dating in the gyms. All right, dating in Gold's Gym in North Hollywood. Very few. There's a couple of guys that date a few of those same girls in there. But going to LA Fitness, there's a bigger congregation of people that would be more into the dating thing.
I think that actually North Hollywood people are way into the dating things.
Really?
It's a matter of whether or not you go. You know?
I think I'm missing something.
You were married a lot of the time. I was married, but I'm a girl, so people are still gonna try.
Yeah.
You know. And then when I got divorced, I mean, it was just all the time, to the point where I would just avoid that gym and go to another gym. I'd go to the West Hollywood where it was in Boys Town, so no one would ask me out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But LA Fitness is like that too, but it's a different kind of crowd. It's more like a sports club.
Yeah, sports club.
You know, so it feels like that. So to me, because I already know the rules, I really don't socialize at the gym. I go in and I work out and I leave.
Right.
I have a lot of things I got to do. So to me, that's my mental break. I don't go in there to look for a person. And if I'm being asked, I went out with 2 people since I've been going there, and it's been a year. And both were just a couple of dates, and then I just didn't do it again. And I stopped it right then before it got weird. You know.
Basically, it's not who you date. But at the end of the day, it's who you shower with.
Oh well, I just completely agree with that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
You watch my back, I'll
We just
watch
took a
yours.
shower. It was just fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I'm really glad that you came. We're going to do more shows together. I'm so
Good,
glad that
I like
Noella's
it.
back. I know you guys love her.
Thank
and she's
you.
a good person, and she's pretty, and she's fun to be with. And stay tuned for more, because we'll be seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Right, Ozzy? Say yes, Ozzy.
Hey.
See you next time.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com.
Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin. Personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world. And I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interests as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
It's Rick Drasin. He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.